Figure Bytes. Figure Bytes. Figure Bytes.
Welcome to another episode of Figure Bytes podcast series. I'm Figure Breakthrough Coach Wei Houng at the Figure Academy. And before we get started, we like to give a shout out to our listeners who gave us some really cool feedback over the last couple of weeks on topics, on delivery style, on all these different areas so that we can continuously make this podcast a very valuable piece of your daily listening practice. Even though we don't do it on a daily basis, maybe you can listen to it over a daily basis or listen to it at least once a week. So thank you again. Now, over the next few series, we've decided to do a mini series within our podcast episodes called Money Anxiety Series, being that I specialize in helping people eliminate anxiety around money and finances. Why not create a series of Figure Bytes to really tackle that big issue? Because time and time again, the reason why we specialize in Figure at the Figure Academy on money anxiety is because that usually is the biggest block behind the reasons why people aren't as successful as they are when it comes to money. In fact, we found that once the money anxiety piece is taken care of, six figures becomes a non-issue, and it's more about what kind of lifestyle now do I want now that the inanimate object of money is no longer an issue. So over the next episode, we're going to talk about this, what I truly believe is a big epidemic. And then so I know we talked about it before, and just kind of talked about the symptoms and a quick little decision break or destroyer on how to start kind of shifting your mindset on that. But I think over the next few episodes, we're really kind of going to get deep into the different aspects of money anxiety. So today's money anxiety topic is more like, is your money shield deflecting your opportunities for success? We all know what a shield is and how it was used for war. And that was to deflect the blows and attacks from outside assailants. The funny thing is, in this day and age, we really don't need a shield in entrepreneurship or daily living or even in working at a corporate environment. However, a lot of us actually still have that money shield up. So let's talk about what that's all about. The money shield has been created in our lives for a variety of reasons. More importantly, like most shields, it was raised to protect ourselves from some external factor that might hurt us. We believe that by putting up a shield of money, okay, and in a moment we'll talk about the different types of shields, that when external forces come and attack us and from a financial level, that we can block it, okay? What I'm going to reveal to you is that money shield exists actually on a reverse level. It actually ends up protecting ourselves really from the pain of facing our own issues. So let's talk about, there's really two types of money shields, okay? Let's talk about the first one. This is called the abundant money shield, okay? And tell me if this reminds you, or let us know if this reminds you of anybody. The abundant money shield is one where you talk about an individual who leads with his money, who works his entire life and his entire being is focused on generating as much revenue as possible as either one to establish his value or to quote unquote keep the family happy or support the family. But we're talking about an abundance of value, so he can literally hide behind the mountains of financial success that he or she has created. Okay, that particular money shield ends up hiding something that underneath that we found is that when someone shows up with a money shield of abundance and prosperity and using that as a shield, they tend to be overworked. They tend to spend so much time developing that wealth that they forget to enjoy the wealth that they've created. Even when they're traveling, they're still thinking about how they're going to take care of the travel expenses or what they're going to do when they get back after traveling, Or can they really afford to fully relax at the vacation? In other words, they're not really all that present because they've got into a specific strategy of hiding behind amount of money, and the more money you have, the easier it is for you to hide behind what's truly going on, which is sometimes you just don't have a strategy for anything else. Okay, so that's the first type of money shield. Let's talk about the second type of money shield, which is the money problem shield. Okay, and this is something that some of you may relate to as well, which is you lead with the type of financial problems you have as a reason for not taking care of other things in life. This also leads to being overworked, not enjoying life, not happy, stressed. In other words, people who use the money problem shield are the ones that say, I have money problems, I don't have enough money, I can't afford this, I'm in so much debt, I can't seem to get my life in order, the economy sucks, my job sucks, I can't find work, and that's why I can't make the right amount of money. I don't know what I'm going to do, so that's why I can't make money. If the economy was in a better place, I could probably find the right work. In other words, everything leads back to money. Okay, and again, what this leads to is a very stressful life. And this particular money shield is probably one of the most popular money shields of all because it gives people a reason to not go within to take care of what's really going on. So examples of what have been uncovered after ripping off either one of money shield of abundance, money shield of money problem shield, are things like other types of anxiety, depression, phobias, PTSD, relationship issues, health issues, limiting belief systems, value systems. So there's all these things that come up that are actually the biggest reasons why the success isn't coming to them. And what they end up doing by using the money shield, they end up deflecting the opportunities for having the lifestyle that money is supposed to help you provide. Money as a tool. Okay? Because remember, money is an inanimate object, and money is shiny in some areas, except for the bills, I guess. And what we have to remember, what shiny things do is they reflect. And if you were to ask yourself, this is that one of the exercises that you can do to help you start to lower or release or loosen the grip of your money shield is to simply do this. If you journal, write down 2 columns, one to represent each type of shield, because quite frankly, each and every single one of us can yield each of these shields. How many times have we heard of people who came from nothing and started making a lot of money and they still have problems dealing with certain things in life? They're grateful and their stuff still comes up. So what you want to do is you want to create 2 columns. One says abundant and one says problems, okay? What happens when there's an abundant money? And then you visualize and you write down all the things, all the reasons, all the possible things that it's reflecting. If money was no longer a problem, what would your life be like? And if you can't imagine that, write down things that have come up, okay? If you have an abundance of money and you have a feeling you qualify for being someone who suffers from money anxiety disorder, ask yourself this: what if all the money was gone that you have today? What would happen next? What would your life be like? What would you do? Okay, these are really interesting questions. And every time we ask you to do an exercise where you journal, we basically assume that you're not going to be lying to yourself, because this is really only for yourself and those who are impacted by your success. See, a 6-figure lifestyle is more than just about making the money. It's about, actually the money part is a really small fraction of what we're talking about here. That's why a lot of times when we talk to our clients about, once we break through the money anxiety, once we break through your baggage and your blocks, and making money is the easy part. How we leverage that money to create your purpose, to manifest, and to create a lifestyle that you truly want, that is not only impactful for yourself and the ones you love and care about, but it's impactful for everybody else that in the planet potentially. That's what we truly call a six-figure lifestyle. It's more so a metaphorical representation of when we hear six figures, what does that represent? Okay? So hopefully you get a chance to do that exercise, and we highly encourage you to do the exercise that we recommend, because this will help, more importantly, today's exercise will help loosen your grip on that shield. So when you move that shield away and you start looking at what's happening underneath, that's really the biggest source of what's holding you back from achieving all the success that you want in your life beyond making money. So that's your six-figure bite for today. Hopefully you got a lot of it. Remember, sharing is caring. So if you know anybody else who is using a money shield of one or the other, of abundance or problems in your life, by all means, let them listen to this podcast. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you go to the sixfigureacademy.com, and you can go to the inspiration menu and find all of our podcasts there. And if you haven't subscribed to our podcast on iTunes, what are you waiting for? Again, this is also a video on YouTube, so subscribe to our video channel. We're also going to be releasing some new videos for the Six Figure Academy, so look for those as well. Other than that, take care of your money shield, take care of your money anxiety, and stay tuned to when we talk about next about the personal value deficiency problem in the area of money anxiety. And that's your six-figure bite.
Six-figure bites.